Hi, welcome back to another video. In this video I will comment on this replay that from this game that I did some weeks ago. I'm playing Ruby Storm and the opponent is on Necrodominance. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm on the play. I reveal Giganta. The end is fine, good. It's quite good. It doesn't have a ritual, unfortunately, but yeah, it's really good. Other than that, it's really good. I want to point out that in this, while I was playing this version of Ruby Storm, I was on Grapeshot main deck. I think it was not a good idea in this for situation like this, because Grapeshot is not a very good card in this hand, because it doesn't help me with anything. The only thing it can do is just killing a bunch of small creatures and nothing more, but it's not that good. So yeah, I think going forward I will just cut the Grapeshot and play, for example, another Glimpse Impossible or something like that. For the win condition, I'm just going to play Wish. So yeah, I am keeping this hand. Play the Commercial District. I'm keeping the Glimpse Impossible on top. The reasoning is because it's fine as a card. I want to go deeper. If everything was fine, maybe the only thing I would be in, it would be a land maybe, but nothing more. I think it's fine to keep everything on top. Every card I'd find was a ritual would be better, but another draw spells is fine. So on turn 2 I play the Medallion. I just slam the Medallion because most of the time, and I don't think there is a deck that can deal with the Ruby Medallion game 1. The only deck that comes to my mind is Energy with Static Prison, but Verdant Catacomb tells me that they're not on Boros Energy, so yeah, I think slamming the Medallion is fine. Okay, so they play the second land. I don't know what was up against, but 2 mana up most of the times with black mana in the mix tells me that the opponent is going to play Bowmaster Torch at the end of my turn. So I Brain Resolve and I reveal another land, I think. So, yeah, I reveal a Bloodstained Mire and a Strike It Rich. So I don't have any pressure. So I think it's not a good idea to go off and risk to fizzle with the combo. So I think it's fine to just play the land, play the Strike It Rich, and pass. And at the end of the turn, I'm just going to fetch for the other Survey land. So they play the Bowmaster. Okay, they play the third land and they evoke Griff. They don't scam it. They don't have the black spell. Maybe they. I don't know what I think it's a good play to play Necrodominance, because right now they don't put that much of a clock. Griff was not that good of a clock. So yeah, I think it's fine to just evoke it and try and deal me as much damage as possible. So they play Necrodominance, they draw a bunch of cards, and before discarding 2 hand size, they're going to play a bunch of free spells in order to gain the life lost from Necrodominance. So yeah, I fetch and find Mana Morphos on top. Despite being an Orcish Bowmaster, I think it's fine to just take the damage. Remember, it's really important. Another a good thing to remember is that if you have a RAL on the battlefield and there is Orcish Bowmaster in play, you must play Manamorphose before RAL is on the battlefield, because there is some noise from someone. Fine, really good. So Manamorphose is if you have RAL on the battlefield, you want to reduce the cost, play Manamorphose before RAL is on the battlefield, or don't flip it. Even if you win the coin flip, don't flip the RAL if they have Orcish Bowmaster, or play a bunch of spells before casting Manamorphose, and because they will deal some damage in order to reduce the loyalty counter on RAL, and it might mess up the ultimate count. So yeah, I draw the second Manamorphose. I just draw the Manamorphose. I just need some some mana and Past in Flames in order to win. I found the Wish, and now I need some mana. I play the second Manamorphose. They deal me another damage, so I must go off this turn. Okay, so I'm playing Ren. I found the Pyretic Ritual, so I'm counting the. I play. So this is a neat trick. I think you've seen it. You've seen it before, but I want to explain what I did there. So I did before playing RAL. I was on 4 instant and sorceries cast on this turn. So I played Strike with Rage from the graveyard, and while the trigger of RAL is on the stack, I play an instant. So why I chose to do this? It's really simple, because the trigger ability from RAL doesn't remember the exact number of instant and sorcery casted as the trigger enters the stack. For example, so in this example, if I've cast 6 instant and sorcery, so if I lose the flip, the first flip, for example, in this case I won, so everything's fine. If I lose the flip, the first coin flip, and then I won the second coin flip, the second trigger which was put on the stack while I was I have only casted 5 instant and sorcery, I still flip the RAL with 6 instant and sorcery. So it checks the trigger ability checks on the resolution if you flip it. It's not like Storm where it copies the spells you casted before the Storm card was casted. So yeah, a little bit of it's a neat little trick which might help to win some games that you were not allowed. You'd be not allowed to win. So I just go off. I have like 6, 9, 10 mana. I can play Wish and then go off from there. So yeah, I go off and win. I didn't cast Manamorphose because of Bowmaster, which so I cast Grapeshot and win. So with sideboarding, I just that was quick. With sideboarding, I play a Brain. So most of the time, the cards that Necrodominance is going to bring against Storm are, I think, Damping Spear and surgical extraction. So I bring in Veil of Summers, all of Veil of Summers, Nature's Claim, and Abrade in order to Abrade are for Dumping Spheres and eventual creatures that might in order to kill some creatures. So I can get an extra turn, an extra turn. So Veil of Summer is good against the discard spells, and Nature's Claim is really good against Necrodominance. If I cast, if I destroy the Necrodominance before on turn 3, before the trigger is on the stack, because Necrodominance triggers happens in the end step. If I destroy the Necrodominance before the end step, they lose the third turn of the game. So I get an extra turn, which with Storm is really good, and I cut a Reckless Impulse, which is fine. The theory behind it is that I don't have that much time. Most of the time, if they end up with Necrodominance, I most likely going to lose. So another thing to consider with the sideboarding, I also cut a Paretic Ritual. The reasoning is the same of the Reckless Impulse. I just want to cut this to shave some card because I don't have that much time, but I think it was a mistake. The ritual is fine if you want to go faster. So two things to consider with sideboarding against Necrodominance is that you might I can see someone puts Blood Moon in against Necrodominance because they don't have that. They have like 5, 6, a lot of model double face card, and so Blood Moon might be good because they also all their cards are really intensive on the black mana. So Blood Moon might be an interesting card to try. And another thing which is important, if you don't play the Grape Shot, which I think is the right thing to do, so if you don't have another Grape Shot in the main deck, I suggest to play the Grape Shot from the sideboard in the main deck, because you want to deal with the other card that we're going to bring against you, which is Surgical Extraction. If the Surgical Extraction your wish for any reason, you're going to you have lost. You can't combo off because you don't have the payoff. So I think having a Grape Shot in the main deck, in putting the Grape Shot from the sideboard into the main deck, and games 2 and 3 where you expect Surgical Extraction is a good thing. With Wish you can still do the Empty the Warren Alchemist Gambit, or you can still win with Thassa's Oracle. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. This is what I'd sideboard against the Necrodominance. So game 2 on the draw. The end is fine. It's fine. We can go to a turn 2 key rather easily. So the Inquisition of Kozilek, and they discard Strike It Rich. So this tells me that they have another discard spell, because if they had only one discard spell, they probably discard the Ruby Medallion, because also they are mono black, so they don't have an easy way to deal with Medallion. Okay, so I play the fetch land and pass, hoping that the opponent might not have it, might just want to play around a Veil of Summer, but they just fire the second Inquisition anyway, so they discard the Medallion. I fetch for a Commercial District, I found the Veil of Summer, and then play a land and pass the turn. And unfortunately in this replay they don't find the third land, which is really important for Necrodominance. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. So I I'm on third mana. In this situation, I think many people would try and go off with Thrall, but it's not a good thing to do because you might fizzle. There isn't any payoff in here, and also there is no reason because the opponent misses the second land, so you're mostly fine. Also, you have Veil of Summer if they top deck another discard spell, so I think it's fine to wait. I just cast the Strike It from the graveyard, so in case they play a discard spell, I just have the Veil of Summer, so I play this. I have the second roll. Okay. Okay, I try to go for the roll. And they soul spike my my roll, but I have the Veil of Summer. Also, I flip it, which is good. I don't know why I flipped it though, because the roll has had protection from X-Proof from black, so it was unkillable. So I don't know why I flipped it. So I play mana. Okay, found another Manamorphose. Okay, play the +1. I want to draw in order to reduce the cost of my instant and sorcery by 1. Okay, play the second roll. I lose the flip. Okay, so in this case I play the Wish. I cast Wish. It costs me only 1 mana because I have the roll. I have both the roll Planeswalker and roll creatures that discounts my instant and sorcery spell by 2 generic mana, which is cost me, which is good. It is good. What a surprise! The cost reduction of 2 colorless mana is really good. So Wish, I cast Wish with for only 1 mana. I don't flip it because I wanted to cast an Empty the Warrant for 18 goblin. The reason behind this line, I think it was I wanted to have a fail case in case I don't flip the roll. So the fail case was that I had like 18 goblins, so I think it was good enough to win the game. Also, they didn't find the third land, so they don't have bird wipe against me. I think they don't bring it in because Empty the Warren is just not a common line. So I flip it, so I won the coin flip because I'm lucky. So yeah, I just have 18 goblin, but I win just find everything from RAL, so I just cast everything. I still have the cost reduction, the discount of 1 color generic mana for instant and sorcery from the previous RAL Planeswalker. So yeah, I just go from there. Just cast Desperate Ritual, Past in Flames, and then win from there. So yeah, it was rather unlucky because the opponent didn't have the third land, but the matchup is kinda like this. So I think the opponent, I don't think what the opponent hand was like, but I think the hand that it didn't have any pressure, it didn't have Necrodominance and the creatures like Bowmaster, or also Dotty Void Walker, which is really good against Ruby Storm because they do not shut off the graveyard. I just can't pile enough cards in the graveyard in order to threaten a really big Past in Flames. So yeah, the matchup is kind of like this. Just cast Wish and Grapeshot for the win. So yeah, The second game was rather uneventful from my opponent. Most of the time I lose. The time I lose against Necrodominance is because they found the discard spell. They discard some key card and then just play Dumping Sphere and Doughty Woodwalker and win from there. These are the easy way to win with against Ruby Storm. You just have to find some 8, for example, Dumping Sphere, really good card like Dumping Sphere, and a bit of pressure. Not the more pressure the merrier, because I don't have that much time to find the answer and go off. So yeah, the match is this is the match. I hope someone found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.